Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. So in today's video, we are going to be doing the mid-year book tag. I've seen so many people do this and I definitely feel like I am a little bit late to the party because it's actually mid-July at the minute. So I'm definitely 2 weeks late, but that's okay. Better late than never. I've got the questions somewhere on my phone. Let's find them. Okay, here we go. I've got the question. So the first one is the best book you've read in 2025. And I think for this one, I'm gonna say an entire series. And that series is just behind me. Let me just grab it for you. This should come as no surprise to any of you who do watch my channel, but it is the This Woven Kingdom trilogy. No, it's not a trilogy. It's gonna be a 5-book series, my bad. Only 3 books are out so far, but it's the This Woven Kingdom by sarahhafidh. I feel like I've rambled on about this series so much. You guys are probably sick of me talking about it, but I just love it so much. Like, I really do. I am deeply obsessed with the series, deeply obsessed with the world, deeply obsessed with our main characters, and I cannot even deal with the series. But yeah, I'm gonna put all the series together as my favorite thing that I've read this year because I've just absolutely loved it so much and I highly recommend it, and yeah, so good. And then the next question is the best sequel you've read so far this year. I'm sort of gonna cheat because I'm gonna use almost the same answer that I used in the first one, but it is These Infinite Threads by sarahhafidh, the second book in the This Woven Kingdom trilogy. If I say trilogy one more time, I'm gonna lose my mind. It's not a trilogy, Sarah, it's not. Anyways, I adored this book. I do actually have a reading vlog a couple videos ago. I'll link it down below if I remember. And it's me reading this book and you guys will see me fall in love. The tension and the romance and the yearning in this book. My favorite scene in this book, if you have read it, please message me so we can talk about it. It's the flower scene. Not the flower scene, they're in a flower field. If you know, you know. It's a little bit towards the end of the book, but oh my god. The way that I was like hyperventilating reading that scene, it was so good. But yeah, this was my favorite sequel or best sequel that I've read so far in 2025. I've got peppermint tea, by the way, which is different to my usual coffee, but I've got a bit of an upset stomach, so I need some peppermint tea to help my stomach. Anyways, let's move on. Right, number 3 is new release you haven't read yet but want to. I've got so many for this, it's not even funny. I'm actually a little bit overwhelmed with how many new releases are out. But the one that I really want to get to, oh my god, ASAP, it is The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings. You guys know I love Magnolia Parks, but I've heard that this one is very different to Magnolia Parks. So if you don't like how toxic Magnolia Parks is and how like messy that book is, I've heard this one's very different. It follows a very different kind of story, and of course I think it still has that quintessential Jessa Hastings writing, but very different vibes. So maybe check this one out. I mean, I can't recommend it myself personally because I haven't read it, but I've heard that it's amazing but very different to her other books, so I'm very intrigued about this one. Another new release that I haven't read yet but I really want to is, I always forget, Midnight, Bury Our Soil in Midnight, something, I have no idea. Bury My Soul in Midnight, I don't fucking know. It's the name confuses me. It is V.E. Schwab's new book. It's this one. And I've heard such good things about this. I love V.E. Schwab's writing. I adore her writing. I just think she's so good. And I really want to get to this one ASAP. I have actually ordered it, so it is on the way. I will be filming a book haul soon because I have treated myself to some new books because I deserve it. Not really, but I wanted some new books. Anyways, besides the point, another new release I haven't read yet but really want to. I do really want to get to Rachel Gillig's book as well, her new one, because I really love Rachel Gillig's writing. I just think it's so atmospheric and she just writes very wintry, gloomy, spooky books. I don't really know much about it, but I've heard really good things about it online, and while it's still winter for me in New Zealand, I do want to get to it. I'm probably forgetting so many books, but those are just the ones that I can sort of think of off the top of my head, you know? Next question is most anticipated release for the second half of the year. I've got 2 books that I can think of. The first one is Every Spiral of Fate, which is the 4th book in the This Woven Kingdom series. First of all, let's just talk about how beautiful this book cover is. This one's also very exciting because in the 3rd book, dragons sort of started coming into it a little bit, and I think the 4th book is going to really feature dragons some more, and I really love dragons in books. And the way that the third book ended and what's happening, I'm not going to say anything, of course, but I think this book is going to be so good, and honestly I cannot wait for it. It comes out in September, which actually isn't that far away. I can do that. The next book, which is coming out so soon, I've already pre-ordered it and I'm gonna read it as soon as it comes. I'm gonna read it before The Conditions of Will, and it is Time of Our Lives by Jessa Hastings. You guys, when I saw her hinting at this book and all of her like Instagram posts leading up towards the release of this book, it is the most exciting book I can think of right now. I've heard she's sort of going back to her Magnolia Parks roots. In this book, it's a bit more of a toxic relationship. But let's just talk about the actual setting of this book. So it follows a rock star, I think back in the 90s, like early 90s or early 2000s. I'm gonna have to double check, and a supermodel. And all the songs that she plays, when I say she, I mean Jessa Hastings, all the songs that she's playing, like sort of leading up towards the release of this book, it's all Oasis songs. And I really love Oasis because my husband loves Oasis. He is British, and I feel like most British guys do. I don't know, I feel like Oasis is so iconic. Liam and Noel Gallagher are so iconic. And I don't know if she's been inspired by them, like them when they were young. I just think it's gonna be so good, like a messy relationship between a rock star and a supermodel back in the days before social media existed. Like, you know, just that pop culture iconic time. I love stuff like that. I don't know why, it just does something to me. So yeah, that's what I'm really looking forward to reading, and I'm gonna read it as soon as it arrives, which should be hopefully, I think it arrives this week. Okay, so the next one is what was the biggest surprise. The biggest surprise, hands down, for me was Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. I gave this book a 5-star, and Cooper is really snoring. It's melting my heart. He's just, wait, hello. I think I just woke him up, but he's gone with the wind. Yeah, I really liked the first book in this interconnected like standalone series. I think I gave it like a 3.5. And I do love romance books, but I don't love the rom-com style of romance books. I mean, I don't love all romance books. I'm very picky with romance, especially when it comes to rom-com style ones. And I know so many people love this book, but I feel like a lot of the people that love this book also love rom-com style of books. So I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna love it as much as they love it, but I did. I absolutely adored this book. I gave it a 5-star, and I really didn't see that coming. And yeah, I highly recommend Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. Biggest disappointment. I think my friend Fearless is gonna have to take the cake for it. I was just really sad about this book because I loved the first one. I remember really enjoying it when I first read it. The second one, snooze fest, you could skip it. I feel like the second book, the way that it ended, it set up such a good plot and such an interesting storyline for the third book, but this just didn't do what I wanted it to do at all, unfortunately. And the banter between the two main characters in this book, I already complained about it, but it is so redundant, it's so repetitive. The main guy Kai, like, oh my god, it was just so annoying, and I was so sick of these two characters by the end of this book. Like, I could not be more done with them. So I was just really disappointed with this book because I had a lot of faith in it, and I was like, you know what, the second book was boring, it was a filler book, but that's because the third book is going to be amazing. And it definitely had some fun parts. I did enjoy reading a lot of the book. It was just, I don't know, it didn't give what I wanted it to give. Right, next question. Favorite author. This can be debut or new to you. Obviously, Tahira Mafi. I have only read 3 books by her, and I really want to read the Shatter Me series. I know a lot of people say the Shatter Me series is like super YA and they don't enjoy it, but I don't know. I'm gonna give it a go because I clearly loved her other books, and I want more of her writing, and I want more, just more of her, to be honest. And what else? Probably Khaled Hosseini as well. I read And the Mountains Echoed this year, which I absolutely loved. So yeah, that completes my 3 books by him. I don't know if he has any other books out or if he's writing any other books. I am desperate for him to write some more books. But yeah, he is also another favorite author. What's the next question? Newest fiction crush. That's gonna have to be Cyrus from the This Woven Kingdom series. Love that man so much. Book that made you cry. I don't feel like I really cried much. I'm not a big crier when I read, to be honest. Like, it's quite difficult for me to cry unless I'm like devastated by a book. Probably And the Mountains Echoed. I think I cried reading this, but I really don't remember. I definitely felt like heavy emotions reading a lot of this and just like, you know? So I'm probably gonna say And the Mountains Echoed by Khaled Hosseini. Yeah, what's the next one? A book that made you happy. I mean, I can't say this Woven Kingdom series again, can I? I've used it in so many questions, but that series has made me so happy. So happy. The next one is the most beautiful book you've bought this year or received. I really love Heavenly Bodies by Imani Aru. I think this is just such a gorgeous book cover. I love it. Like the blue and the gold and the moon and the sun, and oh, so beautiful. Next question is, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? All of the books on my TBR, on my physical TBR, but Sarah J Maas did just announce ACOTAR Book 6, and if you guys don't know, I have not yet read A Court of Silver Flames, and I really need to read that one in order to prepare for the 6th book. Lots of plot is developing in that book to lead up to book 6, of course, and I don't know what the fuck happened in that book. So I actually need to get to that book ASAP, and I was wanting to read it closer to the release of the new book, which is going to be Azriel's story, I hope. And yeah, now that I know it's actually coming out, she wrote a draft, it's happening, I will read that book. How many 5 stars have you had this year? I've only had 5 5-star reads this year. So we have This Woven Kingdom, These Infinite Threads, we have Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez, we have And the Mountains Echoed by Khaled Hosseini, and we also have Love and Virtue by Diana Reid. These were my only 5-star books this year. So the next question is, what books do you want to reread this year? So I've already did one successful reread. I reread Normal People by Sally Rooney. I also think I'm gonna reread the entire ACOTAR series later on this year, just sort of in preparation for ACOTAR Book 6, because I read that series so long ago and I forgot so much that happens in that series, and I'm also just very curious to see if I still think it's as amazing, because that was my first ever fantasy romance series ever, so I'm just quite intrigued to see if I still think it's up here. I think I still will because of nostalgia, but who knows. The next question is a book you enjoyed with mixed reviews. That's a good question. I don't know. Like, maybe Quicksilver by Kelly Hart, but this is also such a beloved book. But I'm sure there's lots of people out there that think it's way too overrated and hyped up. But I personally love this book. So maybe Quicksilver. God, it's so chunky. Forgot how thick this book was. But it was nice and floppy. Yeah, probably this one. I'm not too sure, to be honest. And then the last question is 5-star predictions for the rest of the year. So obviously, Every Spiral of Fate. What the hell is it called? Every Spiral of Fate, Time of Our Lives, predicting A Court of Mist and Fury when I reread it is still gonna be a 5-star book, and I'm sure there's other ones, but that's really all I can think of so far. And that wraps up, maybe potentially Rebel Witch by Kristen Cicerelli. This is the 2nd book in the Crimson Moth duology. I think the first book's called Heartless Hunter in the United States, but here it's called The Crimson Moth. This could be a 5-star, but I'm a little bit nervous because my mom recently just read this. She didn't love it. She loved the first one, but she didn't love this one. So I don't know if I'm gonna have the same feelings as her, but maybe. And yeah, that wraps up all the questions in this book tag. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!